In this week's news, Naomi Osaka's bad behavior. Osaka was looking great in Montreal, and then something happened, and it wasn't pretty. How Osaka acted during and after her loss to Canada's Victoria Mboko has generated worldwide attention, and once again shines a spotlight on her mental health. Now, in case you missed it, 18-year-old Mboko scored a stunning 2-6, 6-4, 6-1 win over her tennis hero, Osaka, to capture the Canadian Open and cap an historic Cinderella story finish in front of a hometown crowd. It was an amazing victory, especially because she defeated 4 Grand Slam champions, Sofia Kenin, Coco Gauff, Elena Rybakina, and Osaka, en route to that championship. The second youngest woman in WTA history to ever do that. It was worthy of a huge celebration and congratulations. But Naomi Osaka wasn't having it. In fact, her bad behavior both during and immediately after the match created a lot of controversy and a lot of criticism. Osaka was playing her biggest final since the 2022 Miami Open final. Clearly, she was disappointed losing. And afterwards, she was a pretty poor sport. She spoke for only about 18 seconds during the trophy presentation. She did not congratulate Mboko, didn't acknowledge her amazing run, and even when her fans cheered out during those moments, she very sourly said, "Thanks, I guess." As you can imagine, the reactions were swift. A lot of fans branded Naomi a sore loser. How do you fail to recognize an opponent who beat you to win her first title while she's standing right there next to you on court? The next day, Osaka issued an apology on social media. She said, "Thanks, Montreal. It's been a really great run. I also want to say sorry and congratulations to Victoria. You played a great match and have an amazing career ahead." Well, for many fans, that was just too little too late. They also criticized Osaka's surly attitude on the court. At one point, she got a code violation warning for belting a ball into the stands. She bounced her racket a few times and looked very annoyed by Mboko, who was sweating heavily, taking time to towel off. And Osaka left the court for a long break after dropping the second set. Critics say the 18-year-old newcomer showed a lot more grace than the former number one did. They say Osaka, who has struggled with media attention and mental health issues, should be more sensitive to how her behavior comes across. Others say you have to cut Naomi a little slack. Lindsay Davenport points out that tennis is the only sport where the runner-up has to stand there on court after a painful defeat and make a speech. Now, obviously, that is a very difficult task after an emotional loss, sure, but everybody has to do it. Let's remember Amanda Anisimova's gracious speech after her painful loss to Iga Swiatek. Now, to be fair, Osaka seemed unnerved by the Canadian fans loudly cheering for Mboko. Osaka looked distracted at times, and some fans yelled out calls and called out when Naomi was in her service motion. But that stuff happens to everyone. And of course, other players have been ugly after their losses. Think about Alexander Zverev criticizing Lorenzo Mazzetti in Rome, or Aryna Sabalenka's comments after losing to Coco Gauff at the French Open. Still, critics say Osaka is a 4-time champ and has enough experience to handle herself with more dignity and show her teenage opponent some basic respect. Win with class, lose with grace. So what do you say? Sound off in the comments section about your thoughts on Naomi's behavior. Are we overreacting or did we get it right? Let us know and we'll see you later.